Good day everyone, so I am Marlene Joyce Nemenzo and today I am going to tackle about the Sobre la Indolencia de los Filipinos by Jose Rizal. So, Sobre la Indolencia de los Filipinos is a socio-political essay published in La Solidaridad in Madrid in 1890. It is written by our national hero, which is Jose Rizal, as a response to accusation of Indio or Malay in indolence. He admits the existence of indolence among the Filipinos, but it could be attributed to a number of reasons. He traces it because it causes the factors such as the climate and the social disorders. He defends Filipinos by saying that they are by nature not indolent because in fact, even before the arrival of Spaniards, Filipinos have been engaged in economic activities such as agriculture and trade. Indolence, therefore, has more deeply rooted causes such as abuse and discrimination. Indolence of the Filipinos is a study of causes why the people did not, as was said, work hard during the Spanish regime. Rizal pointed out that long before the coming of Spaniards, the Filipinos were industrious and hardworking. The Spanish reign brought about a decline in economic activities. So now let's move on to the causes of Sobre la Indolencia de los Filipinos. The first cause is that establishment of the galleon trade cut off all previous associations of the Philippines with other countries in Asia and the Middle East. Second, Spain also extinguished the natives' love of work because of the implementation of forced labor. Third, Spain did not protect the people against foreign invaders and pirates. Fourth, there was a crooked system of education if it was to be considered an education. Fifth, the Spanish rulers were a bad example to despise manual labor. Sixth, gambling was established and widely propagated during those times. Seventh, there was a crooked system of religion. And lastly, the taxes were extremely high, so much so that the huge portion of what they earned went to the government or to the friars. So now let's move on to the purpose. So the purpose of Sobre la Indolencia de los Filipinos was written as a response to the accusation that Filipinos were lazy who would rather gamble their money than work in the farm. He started the essay by illustrating what the Philippines was like before the Spanish came into the archipelago. So to continue his battle for... That's all. Thank you for listening. Again, this is Marlene Nemenzo, and thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Crystal Claire D. Noonan, and for today I will going to explain and tackle about one of the masterpieces of our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. It is titled, The Intimate Alliance Between Religion and Good Education, written by our national hero, Dr. Jose Rizal. So for your information, Rizal wrote this poem during the summer of April 1, 1876, before entering his 5th year in Ateneo Municipality in June. So Rizal explores the close relationship between religion and education and highlight their importance in the development of individuals and the society. Rizal begins emphasizing the significance, emphasize ang importansya sa education and enlighten the nation and achieving societal freedom. He believes that education provides individuals with the necessary knowledge, skills, and attitudes to expand their thoughts and perspectives. So si Rizal, nakitaan sa niyang education is a powerful tool for personal growth and the progress of the society. So according to Rizal, There is an intimate alliance between religion and good education. He compares this alliance to the relationship between a climbing ivy and a sturdy elm tree. Just as the ivy relies on the elm for support and nourishment, education is bound to religion through a spiritual alliance. Rizal argues that religion provides the moral and ethical foundation that complements and strengthens the pursuit of knowledge and education. So si Rizal i-emphasize ang importansya sa religion and religion in education, stating that without it, education is like a ship without a helm, vulnerable to the storms of life. He also believes that religion plays a vital role in shaping a person's character and guiding their moral values. So si Rizal ni suggest siya that education, when nourished by teachings of religion, leads to a virtuous and generous life, where individuals strive for greater good and spread the fruits of virtue. So, the stanza 1 explains, compare the relationship of religion and education of that ivy and elm, wherein the existence of one is essential to another. And also, the stanza 2 explains, with religion, education will lead to a greener pasture and produce sweet results. And the stanza 3 explains, without religion, education is like a vessel lost in a stormy sea. Stanza 4 explains, with the help of religion, education will eventually lead to goodness and virtue. Rizal is also almost at the age of 15. It was a Father Francisco de Paula Sanchez who inspired Rizal to make the poem. So what is the meaning of elm and ivy in the poem? Elm signifies education while ivy signifies religion. So magkuyog na silang duha. It tells us here that when the elm refuses its aid, ivy will wither, hints as to religion. It will serve as a guide for the attainment of good education. So what is the purpose of the poem? To enlighten the nation is the purpose of the poem, which was useful to gain societal freedom for every nation. It may also provide us the necessary knowledge, skills, and attitude to expand the horizon of our thoughts. So, mao to siya ang purpose sa poem. In summary, Rizal's piece highlights the belief that religion and education are closely intertwined. He argues that the alliance between religion and good education is essential for personal growth, moral development, and the progress of the society. So, ang perspective ni Rizal underscores the importance of holistic approach to education that incorporates both intellectual and moral aspects, guided by the principles of the religion. So what is the point of this poem? The point of this poem is education without religion is not education at all. This goes with other religion. Religion without education is pointless. So magkuyog na silang duha.
Good day everyone, I am Shane Revanchi P. Nuevo. I am here to tackle about the poem of Dr. Jose Rizal. The title is My First Inspiration. Background. First poem written by Dr. Jose Rizal during his third academic year in Ateneo de Municipal. He wrote the poem in 1874. He was about to turn 14 years old then. So I will tell you the poem of Jose Rizal, My First Inspiration. Why fall so rich a spray of fragrance from the flowers of the balmy flowers upon this festive day? Why from the woods and vales do we hear sweet measures ringing that seems to be the singing of a choir of nightingales? Why in the grass below do birds start at the wind's noises, unleashing their honeyed voices as they hop from bough to bough? Why should the spring that glows its crystalline murmur be turning to the zephyr mellow croning as among the flowers it flows? Why seems to be more endearing, more fair than on other days? The dawn's enchanting face among red clouds appearing. The reason, dear mother, is they feast your day of bloom, the rose with its perfume, the bird with its harmonies, and the spring that rings with laughter upon this joyful day, with its murmur seems to say, live happily ever after. And from that spring in the grove, how turn to hear the first note that from my lute I emote to the impose of my love. So it means many believe that it was for Leonor Rivera Rizal, childhood sweetheart for 11 years of Rizal. He was delighted to see his mother, Doña Teodora Alonso, released from prison that same year. So he dedicated the poem to her. It's about love between a mother and child. So it means the young Rizal wrote his first poem, My First Inspiration, which the young Rizal wrote to honor his mother on her birthday. The former shows his eternal love and appreciation to her mother as a tribute to all his efforts. The poem teaches us that our first inspiration shall be our mother. That's all. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. So, my name is Claribel Aurelio. So, my topic is about Mi Ultimo Adios, or The Last Farewell of Jose Rizal, written by Jose Rizal. Jose Rizal is a Filipino national hero. So, Mi Ultimo Adios, written before Rizal died, which was in the December 30, 1896. Mi Ultimo Adios was not entitled by Jose Rizal but by Mariano Ponce and his fellow reformists, entitled it Mi Ultimo Pensamiento, which means my last thought. The youth is forever the next chapter in our story as a Filipino people. However, in our attempt to prove ourselves as a Filipinos and as human beings, we are in a constant struggle with the teaching the next generation that they cannot simply write our next chapter, but make the words worth reading. So the meaning of the poem of Rizal's the Mi Ultimo Adios is Rizal wisdom and perspective upon writing his last poem, Mi, which is Mi Ultimo Adios, reflects in many ages and present his love for the country and many advocates to fight for our country, to have freedom of our expression and criticism are still established nowadays. Like us, Rizal and many national heroes are fighting for our country. We give significance to what they did, knowing the past and be updated to what is the issue now is what Rizal wants to be in ourselves as he did when he is living. His point of view can relate in present by just opening our eyes, see what is going on, be aware to happenings, that we should speak what's in our mind and stood by our own feet. So the purpose of Mi Ultimo Adios is the poem was widely taught in the Philippine schools to point out Rizal's precociousness and early development of his nationalistic ideals. These poems by Rizal are intended to examine the Filipinos, especially the young people, to develop intelligence and testify their love of our country, so that the spirit of the Filipino patriotism exists in everyone. So that's all. Thank you.